Hello again. So 1 year later, uh, sadly my Woo was broken again because contacts inside was loose. So I have to reopen it again. But this time I decided to change the charging process completely. It's completely changed to wireless charging. I bought a wireless charger receiver module, which cost around $5 on Aliexpress. Soldered the wires to the contacts on the mainboard from the roof. But after 2 months, I realized the charging controller seems to be damaged on the roof already, because sometimes it's charged, sometimes not, or not fully. So I decided to remove that also, or replace it with a standard USB-C charging controller. Nothing special, 3.7 volts. Charging ending voltage is 4.2, which on every lithium battery is 3.7 volts, which working very fine. I drilled out on the case inside some space for the charging receiver, and just to make sure to align it horizontal to the case, so you don't have any problems on receiving the charging voltage on the other side from the sender module, and then works just fine. Yeah. My suggestion, if your Woo charging controller is still working, then use that instead, and you can save that extra module, because then you can also use a bigger battery inside. You have more space around. Even you could also replace it with a much larger battery as the original one. So I think the Woo then lasts around 8 hours. I think here you can see my smaller battery declared as 200 watt hours, and 110 milliampere is a bigger one. So that China scrap is nearly around maybe 80, and that which you can see was used before. I replaced it from power cells and bought it from eBay, which was fine. So last duration was working time around 5 hours. But yeah, here you can see all the different connections, which is in of 5 volt charging controller, and also that battery connection, and that's it. In my case, of course, I have to also connect the extra charging controller with the battery, but in most cases that's not needed. One tip is also that you maybe have to be careful on the switch on the right side, because it's the connections, the wiring is very thin, and the connection breaks really fast. So avoid it to remove or move that switch from the wall too often. And finally, make a test before you glue it all together. In my case, with the extra PMS, but in your case, check the LED if it blinks orange and all working fine. I also would make a long-term test, 1 or 2 days, fully charge it, use it again until the battery is empty, and charge it again if everything works fine. If that happens, you are ready to glue it together. And I used again the Sikaflex, which is a very good glue. If it's dry, it's more like rubber, hard rubber, so it's perfect. And it's also very good on high temperatures or on low temperatures, so it's a perfect glue, I think. In my special case, because my case was also a little bit broken, I have to be careful that I protect my mainboard from the glue. So if it also happens to you, just make sure to protect it with a small line of paper or anything else, that the glue have only contact with the paper sheet and not with the platine directly. Overall, it should be no problems, but if you want to fix it again, you have to remove all the glue, or you maybe damage it when you reopen it again. So that's it. I hope that helps a lot out there. And yeah, that's finally my Frankenwoo. version 3.2. Hope it lasts longer than the last one, but I'm sure. And yeah, fly safe out there. Cheers.